what?
What are you guys doing here? Somebody told me you wanted family here for your birthday.
Oh my gosh.
We made it happen.
You were surprised. Oh yeah.
Oh.
I told you they had no idea. Surprise!
So happy birthday.
Oh, it's so bad.
You need to peel off and go to your hotel and get some sleep. I will not hold it against you. Sarah knows all about what that's.
It's a little early, but we'll be here tomorrow too, so. Is your heart like? Yes. I can tell.
You scared me.
I'm looking down. I see them come up and then I see her.
I just come looking around, I'm like, you know, that person reminds me a lot of Aunt Shonna.
Yeah, Becca saw me first and she's kind of like, what? It took a second.
The puzzle, I can see the wheels turning inside her
Yeah.
head.
And then Hannah just no recognition, and then it
She
was.
saw me because I was trying to be like really like.
Yeah.
You do not have a poker face.
Okay, it wasn't my
She
thing.
did
She
great.
saw me
You did great.
videotaping, but I was like, I'm videotaping this.
If they didn't know, then you
And I
did
was
great.
like, what? And then I saw you and you were going,
Oh, I
and I
thought
was
she.
like, are you going, what? You taping
I thought you were
me?
getting
And then I was like,
the seals.
Well, wasn't it on your
Not
birthday
giving my
list?
permission to take.
Yes.
So I couldn't bring everybody, but I could bring Robert and I. Hopefully that's
You're welcome.
as good as we can do. So hopefully that's good.
Becca, get in there. No skin off our nose if we don't see the whole thing.
You can see the like curl.
Yeah, all the
Shells.
shells from the.
He's pretty.
He's creepy.
I think he's eyeball. Yeah, he's cool looking. Those are some of the biggest eyeballs of a fish.
They look like blueberries.
It's a good thing I don't eat blueberries.
So, do you like blueberries?
Yes.
Well, they are about the same size and shape as
Probably mimics the sea.
The tide?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like the tide pool. Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Is a great way for them to camouflage. All right, so now that I am back over here out of seafood juice, I think it is officially time for me to hop inside this exhibit. Otherwise, they just wouldn't eat them. So they're like the vegetables of this meal. So do we have any kids in the audience who had to eat their vegetables first? Yeah, was that just me as a kid? Were my parents lying to me? Okay, that's good. Good to know. All right, so I am doing this in the form of a broadcast feed. There are two different kinds of feedings you might see here at the aquarium. One is a target feed, and a target feed means the food is literally door-dashed directly to the animal's mouth. But I am just simply tossing the food into the exhibit, and whoever is hungry can just go after it. So I'm doing a broadcast feed. So I want to tell you how these bat rays eat their food. And if anyone has a Roomba at home, I like to call them the underwater Roombas, because they are going to hover over their food, and you'll know when they found it when they stop and stay really still. And their mouth is actually on the bottom of their body because they are bottom feeders. That's where all of their food is. All right.
Which doesn't sound too impressive until I tell you that is the speed of Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps. So all of these penguins deserve a gold medal. And they have some really cool adaptations that allow them to spend so much of their life in the water. Starting with their eyes. Are there any members of the audience that like to wear goggles when they swim to see a little bit easier? Couple hands, yeah, me too. Well, these penguins don't need goggles because they have their own built-in pair, something called a nictitating membrane. It is a transparent eye that they can close underwater to see clearly and track down these fish. Now their other cool adaptation is with their feathered coat. I want us all to pretend that we're a predator swimming through the water looking for a penguin. But when you look down, all you see is their black back blending in with the deep dark water below. And when you look up, all you see is their white bellies blending in with the light streaming in from above. This is something called counter shading, and it's a really useful camouflage technique that these penguins use to stay safe from predators. And now that I've mentioned it, you might notice that other marine life uses this exact same technique. Whales, dolphins, rays, even sharks, they need protection from predators as well. Now you might notice that a couple of our penguins are hanging out on land and they're not too interested in getting in the water. And that's a-okay, we'll hand feed them as well. But sometimes you'll see a penguin named Ray up on land, and I'm not sure if I see her on land right now, which means she's in the water. And that is really amazing because Ray was actually born with cataracts. So when she was younger, she was really intimidated to hop in the water and hang out with the rest of her companions here because she couldn't see as well. But here at the aquarium, she received a life-changing surgery to make her, to enable her to see a little bit better. And now you'll see our aviculturist encouraging Ray to hop on in the water and to challenge herself, which is a really cool way just to demonstrate how trusting of a relationship these penguins have with our aviculturists. Now you might be wondering, how do we tell the difference between all these penguins? And they do have wing bands, those bracelets on their wings that have their names on them, but some of our aviculturists that have been here a while and some of these penguins can tell each other apart by their spot pattern alone. You can try to look for Geyser. He has an eruption of spots going up his chest, kind of like, you guessed it, a geyser. Or you can try to look for Messina. She has a more random spot pattern and is a little bit harder to find. But maybe if you watch our live cam and you have a lot of practice, you might learn how to identify these penguins. Now you also might be wondering, how do we tell the difference between a male penguin and a female penguin? And I have an insider tip for you. Is everyone ready? Okay, the male penguins are white and black, and the female penguins are black and white. Not helpful? I'm kidding, but not quite, because I'm actually talking about their wing bands again. Because the male penguins have white wing bands with black writing, and the female penguins have black wing bands with white writing. So now you'll be able to tell them apart, and you might have this information so you can tell that we have an even number of male and female penguins, and one penguin that looks a little bit different from the rest.